y'all, it's Farmer Meemaw, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about making kombucha. Now, if you can make sweet tea, you can make kombucha, so there's no excuse for anyone in the South to not be able to make kombucha. Okay, so all you need to start out with, you're going to need a SCOBY, and this is what a SCOBY looks like, something like this. It looks kind of dirty. That's actually yeast on there, and it just means it's doing its job. So you're going to need a SCOBY, and you're going to need starter tea. Wherever you get your SCOBY, they're probably going to give you 1 to 2 cups of starter tea to start out with. If you don't get that, or if you don't have that, you can go to the store and buy a bottle of like GT's raw organic kombucha, and you can just use that unflavored, and you can use that to get you started. The reason you want to have enough kombucha or starter tea to get started with is because you don't want it to mold. You want that starter tea to make that environment acidic enough while it ferments so that it does not grow mold on it, because then you have to throw the whole thing away. Now, as you make kombucha, every time you make it, it's going to form a new SCOBY on top. And so what a lot of people do, they'll save those SCOBYs in another jar. They call that jar a hotel. And I actually have a couple over here. Here's a hotel that is actually about half empty. But you hang on to those for a while, just in case you come across mold. So anyway, what you do when you make your kombucha, you get your gallon jar, and you're going to put in your SCOBY, and you're going to put in your starter tea. Now, I've already got this in here because I've been making kombucha, and my SCOBY's in there. You might be able to see it right in there across the top. And then there's some tea in there. And so what you do, for a gallon, you're going to make some tea, and you're going to add 1 cup of sugar to it. Now, the cool thing about kombucha is that it doesn't matter how you make it. It's pretty forgiving. If you don't have the money to buy, organic loose leaf tea, which is the best choice, you can do whatever you can afford. I personally, for now, I use Lipton, and it's been working just fine for me. Now, and I'm still getting the health benefits that a lot of people claim. So I know the Lipton works just as well. Also, before I make my tea, I filter my water, because I want the fluoride and the chlorine and all that stuff, I want that out of my water. This is a zero water pitcher, because it does say that it takes out the fluoride. Now, once you make your tea and you get that 1 cup dissolved in it, you want your tea to be at room temperature. You don't want it hot, or it's going to kill your SCOBY. So, I'm going to add, making a mess. I'm going to add my tea. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit of water to it, because it didn't fill it up as high as I needed it to. So I'm just going to thin it out a little bit. It looks like it's strong enough. It can take some water being added to it. Okay. I'll make it up to about right there. Okay. Now, you don't want to use metal. Okay. So I'm just going to put it in there. See those SCOBY swirling around? There's a mama SCOBY and a baby SCOBY in there. Okay. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is dry off my ring there, because I don't like, this is a coffee filter. I don't like my coffee filters to get wet when I put them back on the jar. You want to cover it, you want to keep it covered, and you want to work fast in case there's some fruit flies flying around, because they love kombucha. Okay. Let's try that again. Here we go. Now, you're going to put this in a cabinet or on your counter somewhere out of direct sunlight, but in preferably a warm spot. And now you wait. I start checking mine around 5 days, but it gets pretty warm here. The longer you let it sit, a lot of people will let it go up to 30 days. The longer you let it sit, the more probiotics, health benefits, and such you're going to get from it. Even though I only let it sit 5 to 7 days, I get plenty of health benefits that I personally can see. So I'm happy with that, because if it got real tart, I probably wouldn't drink it, and so I wouldn't get any of the health benefits. But the longer you can wait, the better it's going to be for you. I know I'm probably forgetting something, but just if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. And if you like what you see, subscribe. Thank you.